How will the changes in H1B visa rules affect Indian students and professionals aspiring to go to the US? Just imagine. In a modest home in a small Indian town, a family sits together. The father's eyes are filled with hope that his son will work in America. The mother has sold her jewelry to fund his studies. And the student himself has worked tirelessly day and night to become a topper. He dreamed of going to the US, landing a job, earning in dollars, and fulfilling his family's dream. But suddenly, a shocking piece of news arrives. Getting an H1B visa for America has now become many times harder. Not just harder, but so expensive that even big companies will think twice before sponsoring someone. A new fee of $1 lakh, nearly 88 lakh, shakes the very foundation of these dreams. The question arises, what does this change mean for the lakhs of Indian students and professionals who aspire to go to the US? Will this dream now remain confined only to the wealthy? Or will Indian youth have to change their paths and look elsewhere? Today, we will dive deep into this very topic. But before that, if you're new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss any of our latest updates. So, let's begin today's discussion without any delay. The story of the H1B visa begins in 1990, when the US Congress created it for jobs that required special skills. Initially, it was meant for technology, research, and engineering roles. Gradually, it became the golden key to the American dream for Indian IT professionals. Indian companies like Infosys, TCS, and Wipro have been sending thousands of employees to the US on H1B visas. At the same time, lakhs of Indian students who studied in the US hoped to secure jobs through this very visa after completing their education. But now, with the fee being raised to $1 lakh, the entire system is set to change. Earlier, the application fee for an H1B visa was just a few $1,000s, which the employer, the US company, would pay. But with this massive increase, small and mid-sized companies will be severely hit. Big American tech giants like Google, Amazon, and Microsoft may still afford this cost. But startups and mid-level businesses will avoid taking on such a financial risk. The result will be that only those candidates who are must-haves, absolutely essential for the company, will be chosen. The impact will be even more severe on Indian students. Imagine a student spending 50 to 70 lakh to study in the US with the hope that through optional practical training, a company would hire them and sponsor their H1B. But now, companies will ask, why should we spend $1 lakh on you? We only want those without whom our work cannot continue. This means the door will practically close for ordinary or average students. Only those with rare skills, unique expertise, or degrees from top universities will stand a chance. For professionals, the situation is equally challenging. The Indian IT sector has always relied heavily on the H1B program. Every year, lakhs of engineers dream of working in the US, but now, companies will only sponsor those with very high packages and extremely rare skills. Entry-level engineers, fresh graduates, or those from smaller colleges will find the door almost shut. This change will make competition even tougher. Now it won't just be about talent. It will be about extraordinary talent. This change will push students and professionals to look for alternative routes. Countries like Canada, Australia, Europe, and the UK are already seeing a rise in the number of Indian students and professionals. Canada's PR, permanent residency, system is far simpler and cheaper than that of the US. Many European countries have also simplified their skilled worker visa programs. As a result, many families may now prefer to choose countries other than America. At the same time, remote work has grown rapidly. Since COVID, companies have realized that talent can work from anywhere in the world. This means Indian professionals can now sit in their own country and work for American or European companies. But here lies another big question. Will students still go to study in the US despite such an expensive and difficult system? Every year, Nearly 2 lakh students from India go to the US. They pay lakhs in tuition fees, take out education loans, and their families invest their entire savings. Earlier, they had confidence that after graduation they would get a job and repay their loans. But now, this trust could be shaken. Families will be forced to think, does it make sense to take such a huge risk by sending their children to the US? This change will also alter the hiring strategies of American companies. They will now use H1B visas only for absolutely critical roles. At the same time, they will focus more on outsourcing. Offshoring to countries like India, the Philippines, and Vietnam may increase. In other words, work may shift outside the US, giving companies a way to avoid the heavy visa fees. This shift could also open new opportunities for Indian IT firms, as US companies may directly move projects to India. The impact will be even greater on students and professionals from smaller towns and lesser-known colleges. Until now, many middle-class families believed that with hard work, their children could also make it to America. But now, that dream may be restricted only to wealthy families and top institutes. Youth from Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities will either need to upskill significantly or chart out alternative career paths. This change will completely transform the career planning of students and professionals. From the very beginning, they will now have to focus on international certifications, advanced technology skills, and high-paying roles. Students going to study in the US will increasingly choose courses that are in high demand there, such as artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, data science, or healthcare. Traditional courses like general engineering or business management may lose popularity. The mental pressure will also rise. The dream of going to America has now become more expensive and uncertain than ever before. Students will constantly worry, if I don't get a job, how will I repay my loan? Families will face greater stress and anxiety. Studying abroad was already a financial burden, but now the guarantee of employment has weakened further. Many students may lose confidence, some families may struggle to cope, and some young people may even fall into depression. Overall, this change is pushing the H1B visa system into a new era. America seems to be signaling that it now only wants the best and most essential talent. But the direct impact will be on countries like India, where lakhs of students and professionals plan to go to the US every year. This is not just a visa policy, it is also a message. If you want to come to America, you must prove that you are among the very best in the world. From here, a new chapter begins for Indian youth. They will now have to plan for the long term. Skill upgradation, international networking, choosing alternative destinations, and leveraging remote work opportunities. All of these will become part of the future. The American dream won't vanish completely, but it will become costlier, tougher, and far more exclusive.
If this video has taught you something new, do not forget to like and share this video so that this information can reach others as well. Your likes and shares are a source of inspiration for us. If you have any questions or suggestions, please let us know in the comments. It will be our honor to answer your questions and listen to suggestions. And yes, if you like our content, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you stay connected with every new story. Thank you. GRT Business YouTube channel sources, news from various news agencies, opinion polls and other public sources. We try to ensure that every report and summary is accurate and verified, but we are not responsible for any dispute or error. Our aim is only to provide you with accurate information.